G'day guys, welcome back to my movie channel. My name is Tom. Thank you very much for joining us, and this is my friend James, and we're here to give you our review of the new Melissa McCarthy film, Life of the Party.
Life of the Party is a film starring Melissa McCarthy as a middle-aged mother who goes back to college to fulfill her lifelong dream of having a career as an archaeologist in addition to having a family. After moving in with her daughter, Melissa provides an excellent performance portraying an overly zealous mother who dotes on her daughter consistently. Over the course of the film, Melissa injects much personality into this wondrous motherly figure, bringing all sorts of life to the party. As the film progresses, various characters are fleshed out with unique personality traits that give them distinct identities in what could otherwise be a very generic film. Stellar performances from Melissa's part in particular brings much of their personality to light and brings many situations which allow them to expose their personal nuances. Despite any shortcomings with the film, it has many great qualities, such as being self-aware. It recognizes that it is a comedy based on real-life limitations people impose on themselves. It doesn't want to present itself as being preachy, but at the same time, it doesn't really want to just sort of drop off the radar as soon as you leave the cinema. This is a film that wants to make you think, even if it only makes you want to think in a more comical way. I mean, it's probably going to have you laughing at a few of the jokes, most definitely, but it realizes that many of the jokes are only jokes for so long. It doesn't stay on the one topic for an excessive amount of time. But all in all, it is a very well done film, and there was definitely a lot of thought. You can see that the director, as well as Melissa and a few of the supporting actors and actresses, have put thought into making this film work. They have put the effort in, and they were rewarded for their efforts. So, how did you feel about the movie, Tom?
This movie for me worked on a couple of levels. First of all, I thought the humor in this movie and the jokes and the comedy was great. It was 50-50, sometimes it was hit and sometimes it was miss. The jokes that worked really, really well, and the jokes that fell flat, fell pretty damn flat. For me, Life of the Party is a very unique story. It's a story we don't see that often of, you know, the mum going to the daughter's college, and half of the movie was a little bit predictable for me, but the other half of the movie actually took some very interesting turns and did some things that I wasn't expecting. Guys, for me, overall, Life of the Party is a solid, enjoyable movie that I thought could have been shortened up by about 5 to 10 minutes. The movie is only an hour 45, but at times it just felt like it was going on for a bit too long, at least for me personally, and I really didn't like the ending of the film and the way it wrapped up. I didn't think it came to a full conclusion. It kind of left the doors open a little bit. I don't know whether they're planning a sequel or not, but the ending to me felt a little bit like they didn't know what to do. Look guys, overall, I like this movie. I thought it was funny. As I said, humor was hit and miss, but I wouldn't really recommend you rush out to see it in the cinemas. This isn't one like, say, Avengers Infinity War that I would say you have to see in the cinemas. By the way, I freaking love Avengers Infinity War. Anyway, this is more of a movie I would wait to see maybe on Netflix or home video or Blu-ray. What about you? Would you recommend this film in cinemas, or would you agree with me and say wait for Netflix and Blu-rays?
I definitely agree that this is a good film, but it doesn't actually break any ground in any of the major departments. It isn't exactly comparable to many of the cinema films that we see nowadays, but it could speak to a very specific audience. I mean, this is a film basically revolving around midlife crisis. You know, mother in her 30s, 40s, who goes back to college to pursue a degree that she gave up so she could raise a family. I suppose that specific demographic it would appeal to and would signify quite a lot for, but beyond that, I don't see a great deal of purpose unless you're a really, really big Melissa McCarthy fan.
Or just in the mood for a few cheap laughs.
Yeah.
A little comedy, you know.
I mean, they did layer on the comedy quite well, and they did deliver on the laughs. Definitely getting the most out of their buck without going too far or becoming cringeworthy, which does mean a lot to me.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like in a comedy, that's all you need. Like if they do the laughs right, if they get some good laughs, that's all the comedy needs to do. So guys, thank you very much for joining us for this, our review of Melissa McCarthy's life of the party. Tell us in the comment section below, have you seen the movie? What did you think about it? If you did, leave a comment below, let us know your thoughts. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we will see you guys next time.